Hello, my name is Evgeny Rasa and I'm certified open yoga teacher. I welcome you to the site yogaopenyoga.com and to the possibility to learn yoga step by step with our free courses. We are exploring the topic kinds of yoga, and we are exploring many different kinds of yoga, starting with the classical ones. And we have managed to discuss Hatha Yoga and Kriya Yoga. So it's time for mantra yoga. Probably you have heard the word mantra, or you have heard the word probably some other mantras. And today I will tell you more about this powerful and very useful kind of yoga that almost everybody can use. If you can speak, then you can do mantra yoga. As you remember, then historically yoga was passed from one person to another by words. It was not written like a text. Of course, that also is in the meaning of words, but the way how things were pronounced was the most important one. Today we kind of put the most focus on the thing, how the thing is written, and the handwriting is very important, and the sequence of the letters are important. In ancient times, it was very important how things are expressed, pronounced. Thereby, people could write down the same word in several different ways, and that the pronunciation was the most difficult one and most powerful, because if you were able to pronounce mantra correctly, you could make it work. There are many powerful mantras, and they are divided in the mantras of energy, mantras of consciousness, and mantras of name. Some of them can be translated, some of them need only to be processed not with the mind but with an intellect or other means. So it was very, very important. Also today, look at the people who are leading. Who are the leaders of the society. They are the ones who are able to speak. They are not always the hardest workers, but they are able to speak. They are able to convince, they are able to inspire, and they are able to kill with the words sometimes. As we have sometimes noticed that the word we hear hurts more than if somebody would have punched us. So the mantra and the words are very, very powerful. The process of speaking is rather difficult because it is linked to our thoughts, and it's linked to our Kundalini energy. One more term, but we are not going to stop on this. This time there will be a specific course on mantra that's being developed at the moment, and there you will be able to find this in more details. Then what else? It looks very easy. Thereby, modern people in the Western culture, they are looking for something more difficult. Like if the physical body is not working that well, they find Hatha Yoga quite difficult, or Kriya Yoga, and it's asking for some effort. From the outside, the Mantra Yoga is not requiring that much of effort. And it even looks childish. Children sing, children talk, and it's also the process of and when the baby enters in the world, there's also a very loud and very comprehensible mantra. Thereby, it's worth to think about it, the benefits of it, or let's say, what can we gain from it? It is very secure, regardless some physical and other kinds of yoga. It's easy to practice, and it is strong. It is powerful, as I said, and the most simple mantras are available, and you can practice on your own. The same as the singing or other ways of expressing yourself, it removes the tension from the body. Thereby sometimes try even the sounds, not the words, like, or combinations of sounds like ah, oh, oo, o, just separately of them, pronounced. If you are going together with the sound, gives a fantastic feeling of relief. Just like you can do it as the singing or screaming or in any other ways. Also, when you practice mantra, your voice becomes nicer, and it gets more powerful, and you kind of also have the super ability to determine the characteristic of other people depending on their voice. Sometimes we see somebody, we trust our eyes, and when person starts speaking, there's certain disagreement or conflict between the way the person looks and the way the person talks. And there are a lot of people who can tell if the person is lying, or there are some other person is nervous, or some other emotions involved. A very useful skill, and can be gained with mantra yoga. What else? This is work with an attention, and it's the way to get rid of unnecessary thoughts. Sometimes if our mind stands idle, or we are not occupying with the work, then the mind starts playing the games with us. And if we practice mantra yoga, we are more able to stop these unnecessary, unwanted thoughts, and we are able to work with our intellect and attention more. Then why, if it's so strong, it's so powerful, why don't we use it in the Western world? Because we don't believe it. If you don't believe in what you do, it doesn't work. That's the way it is. Mantra is this way. And why we don't believe it? Because it seems simple, too simple to work, and we don't get how it works. We don't know much about the Kundalini energy, we don't know much about the forming of thoughts, and we think that this is something from the mystical, shamanic, or some other ways of doing something. It has nothing to do with our reasonable common sense way we live. Again, the simple teaching keeps us away if we are not being careful enough, and if we are not kind of ready to work with it. And everything depends on the practice. You can get results by not practicing it, like any yoga. So that's your success, regular practice. And the more you practice it, the better our results. And in our course about the mantra yoga, you will see some suggested exercises that you can practice. One more thing, the more people practice it together, the better are the results. However, you can start it on your own and do it by yourself, just like trying. If it's not going to give any positive results, that I doubt, it will definitely is not going to give negative results. Thereby, if there is some problematic situation like that usually brings people to yoga, and you are not able to do Hatha yoga or Kriya yoga, then try mantra yoga. It's very interesting process, and I know quite many people who also have succeeded in mantra yoga very much. So what else? Yes, you can practice it in 3 different ways: aloud, quietly, and without a sound. There is an inner sound, but imagine that you are screaming but inside yourself, or you are talking quietly, or on the average level of the sound. Also that nobody else hears you this way. What else? Combine it with other kinds of yoga. When you start succeeding in Hatha yoga, Kriya yoga, it's nice to bring some other kinds of yoga, like yoga of breathing and yoga of sound. And this helps very much to keep your attention on what you are doing, because when you sometimes know the sequence of Kriya Yoga, it might bring your attention away to some everyday routine activities that are involved. Write down the most important aspects of this kind of yoga. Start practicing it, as you can do it without an instructor. Read once more the small text we have prepared for you, pass the tests, and I'll see you in the next class. Thumbs up and goodbye.